Camera's on.
Oh, I gotta talk the whole time? This is the previously cut stringer. This is the new stringer. And basically, this is the last step down to the concrete. So our riser is 9.5 inches. So if I come down 9.5 inches, but that's not quite right because I've got 1.5 inches tread on top. So the tread piece 1.5 inches, I'm coming down to 9.5, so somewhere here is concrete. But because we poured a concrete base, I now got about a 4.25 inch. These are just, I'm just giving you a rough idea here. 4.25 inch of concrete. So that's why this tread, instead of coming down the full, as it would be 8 inches, because you have 8 inches plus the 1.5 inches gives you your 9.5 riser. Now 8 inches from the top of the cut to the concrete, but I gotta subtract the base, which is about 4.25. So that's where this cut is coming from. Obviously this is the same cut as this. This is for the riser. So we have the stringer. I have this notch in here to fit around this 2x6 header. That's the header for the landing. So now, if you look at this, each tread height, each riser is going to be 9.5 inches. So remember, I'm going to have 1.5 inches on here, so it's not perfect.
Okay.
But there we have 11 3/16 from top of landing to the cut line. So remember, take off 1.5 inches, so now we have 9.5, just like we have for all the, in this case, for all the treads going down. So just checking that my treads are going to be level. And now at the top here, to brace this piece, I'm going to nail it to this 2x4 that's in here already. Right? No. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, there's a 2x6 behind here that the stringer will nail to, but at the back, to give it a little more support, I'm going to put in, I've built up from this other header to brace the back. So now I'm going to have 2 of these stringers, one on each side obviously, and then once we're ready for the, in a little while we'll be ready for the treads once I secure
the other stringer.
Once I secure both strings. So now we're getting close. We have our stringers in. What I did was, behind, at the back of the stringers, like there's a heel, and I blocked up from this header out. So that's what's going to support the weight of the stringer, and it's also nailed into, on this side it's a 2x4 and the other side it's 2x6. Just little scab pieces that run between the two headers, 2x6 headers. So now fairly secure. I'm going to throw a few more screws in to make it even more secure. I still have to anchor it at the bottom because the concrete is still green. I didn't want to start drilling into the concrete just yet and trying to fasten into it, so I'm still just going to put an angle here. Simpson piece.
What's a Simpson piece?
Simpson strong tie piece, just to anchor or secure it down at the bottom, and we'll be good to go. Cutting the tread pieces now. Just got to measure for each one, cut them, lay them in, and they'll be screwed or nailed down into the stringer, and we'll be good to go.
So he left me to finish up the video. So here are the stairs, the lovely stairs. The problem with the initial stairs is that we didn't put them in, the previous owner did, and this pipe here, this sewage line, they kind of cut around it. They just put the thread, the stringers weren't attached very well, so the stairs were caving in. This is the best we could do for this area. Eventually the wall will come down here on the right, and we're going to have a banister. But for now, it is what it is. It took us 6 years to replace the stairs that were falling apart, and it took one day to actually do them. So most of that time was spent procrastinating.